Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out to Forsyth Central Library out here in Winston-Salem. Give yourselves a round of applause for attending. Okay, so let's jump right in it. We are here with NC Future of Sports, sponsored by NC Brew Crew and Promise Magnum. We have some special guests on the panel tonight. I'm going to just introduce them about what they do, and they're going to tell you what they do as well. We have Miss Jazmine Charles. She is with CP3 Basketball Academy, Director of Marketing. We also have Alexis Austin. She is also with CP3 Basketball Academy. She is a member sales specialist. And last but not least, we have Dennis John. He is the CEO of Route Run. So I'm going to give these guys an opportunity to tell everyone what they do and why they do it. Starting with Miss Jazmine.
All right. So again, like she said, my name's Jazmine, and I work with CP3 Basketball Academy. We're located in Winston-Salem. We are owned by Chris Paul, and we do year-round basketball training for kids ages kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade. I am the director of marketing, so I'm in charge of a lot of things. So between social media, event planning, any partnerships or sponsorships, opportunities, anything that really puts our brand out there into the community and just what we're about. And on top of that, really just being able to show really good content, on the court. And one good thing about me being the director of marketing is I'm also one of the trainers that we have at the facility. So being able just to kind of bring what we do there at the academy to life, so people can kind of see a day-to-day basis of just what we're about and what we do for the kids and just the community.
Awesome. Next, we're going to have Miss Alexis Austin.
Hi, everyone. So, as Eb said, I am the membership sales specialist at CP3 Basketball Academy. Like Jazz, all of us at CP3 Basketball Academy wear a lot of hats, so we're all, it's like, all hands on deck. But my main position is sales, so anything with membership, offering deals and just trying to get more kids involved in basketball, and not only basketball, but since we offer leadership and character development as well, just trying to make a difference through basketball and sport.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Dennis John. I'm the founder and CEO of Route Run. I started this company after learning that last year, fewer than 30% of coaches in youth sports nationwide received adequate training in areas like communication, conflict resolution, certainly diversity, equity, and inclusion topics. So Route Run partners with youth sports organizations and collegiate athletics to provide leadership development opportunities for coaches so they can develop skills in these areas, and so ultimately helping keep kids keep playing sports for longer.
All right, awesome. I'm glad you all shared your piece about what you do. I'm honestly interested because youth sports, it seems like a hot topic right now. Developing youth and also the coaches is very important to keep people, continuing to exercise or continue in the sport that they truly love. Because after a certain age, I just feel like most people or most youth may fall out of interest, but it's just like finding those ways to keep them engaged throughout adulthood. So we're going to go on with our first question, and everybody's going to answer the same question. Okay. So question number one is, what are some of the challenges you face with the growth in the sport that you currently advocate for?
I think just a few of the challenges that we face. And Alexis may have a different area, but just from a marketing standpoint, we're not a necessity. So being a recreational sport, being something that's not a year-round sport, I think sometimes it's very hard to be able to hit and grab the kids that truly, I guess, are 100% about basketball. So we're always having to really incline different types of diversity of children, kids who just kind of want to get out of the house just to get some exercise, to kids who basketball is the only thing that they live to do every single day. So being able just to kind of make the environment where we work including everybody. And that's tough because, again, speaking from a developer hat now, being able to talk to one kid and trying to get them to understand the rules of basketball compared to a kid that, has been playing basketball for 5 or 6 years, and I'm sure he could speak on it, your communication has to be completely different between both kids, and still allowing them to be able to enjoy what they're doing at the same time. So I think just from a marketing standpoint and as a coaching standpoint, really being able to include and allow the community to know that it's not just for kids who this is the only thing they do. It's for kids who just truly love the game. And this is something that, it provides them an opportunity to be able to come out and even meet new friends and just be a part of a family. Like that's one slogan that we really just take pride in, as you can tell. So, just being able to really kind of put that out there, especially in Winston-Salem. This city is, yes, we are a basketball state, but football's growing, baseball's growing, a lot of other sports are growing. So being able just to stand out in the community amongst just not basketball organizations, but even just other sports in general, I think is something that's pretty tough.
Okay, I just want to kind of give some insight on inclusion when it comes to any kind of sport. That is a challenge as far as finding why people are actually playing the sport and what is their reason behind it. I do understand with basketball, NBA is one of those dreams that people want to be a part of once they start playing basketball, but you got to understand that everybody's not going to make it to the NBA and everybody's not going to have that skill set. But I do like the fact that you all have the inclusion part as part of your program, because that is very important. Like you said, every kid is not going to want to play basketball every day. Some just want to learn a skill set or just enjoy the sport. So that is very important to kind of highlight that stuff in your program. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course, to piggyback off of Jazz, I see the same struggle on the sales side. Just like she said, trying to make sure that the parents know that their kids are going to feel like they're a part of the family, even if this is their first day dribbling a basketball. It's hard when they first come in to visualize that. You can tell the kids, I'm like, are you nervous, excited? It's usually a little bit of both. Sometimes it's just all nerves, and you can tell by their face. And that's one thing I enjoy about the sales process, is being able to see that transition. So when you notice that it switched and it's like, I'm having fun, I want to come back, that's what we love to see. So definitely inclusion in that sense, and then inclusion with girls. Just trying to get more girls out into not only sports in general, but into our academy and with basketball, simply because girls are great, and there's just so many girls that don't realize their potential until they actually come out and are able to experience and have someone that is on their side and helping them through, and not just putting them out there and saying, play in this game and see how it goes. So definitely having that skills and drills aspect with our academy, being able to break down the basics, all about, bringing everyone together and being a family. So.
So for us, we focus broadly across a lot of different youth sports. So whether it's basketball, soccer, lacrosse is typically where we are, but really football, and I'd put swimming in that as well. If you look over the last 10 years in terms of just the higher competition in youth sports, just the rise of traveling teams, access to youth sports has become more and more difficult. You're hearing conversations with parents, with families. I can send one kid to youth camp, all right? Mm-hmm. Who's that kid going to be? And I think that challenge with access and that difficulty with access ties directly into your question about inclusion. Right? How can you lead inclusively if the system is becoming more difficult to allow for access points for families to get involved in youth sports. And that's really tough and frustrating for families. So in terms of challenges over the last 10 years, it's that access point or the lack thereof is where that's what I'd say.
And so just to kind of, wrap that first question up, inclusion is important, but also understanding how can we, get parents more aware of the lack of resources, because I think that's what it is. With technology advancing, everything advancing, it's just there's like this barrier that we have to get over as far as including people in sport, and not necessarily, I wouldn't say charging money, but understanding that sports actually reveal more than just the actual talent. It involves teamwork, discipline, all these other things that people don't look at when it comes to playing a sport. So when it comes to like those life skills that people are going to need outside of the sport, on the field, you're playing to, either win a game or, play with your teammates. But off the field, it's some of these qualities that you need to take with you in real life. So sometimes I just feel like, with the way that we're going about approaching, youth sport and inclusion and having people a part of a team, sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary thing, So